All right, let's jump right into one of the best parts of your contract, your paid holidays and personal days. Really understanding these rules is the key to making the most of your time off and, of course, your paycheck. So let's break it all down. So let's start with the big one, the question that really impacts your whole year. Just how many paid holidays do you actually get, according to your contract? And the magic number is 14. That's right, your contract guarantees you 14 paid holidays. But that's just the beginning. The real questions are, which days are they, and what do you have to do to make sure you get paid for them? Okay, so let's get specific. Here's the complete list of all 14 days so you can pull out your calendar and start planning ahead. Okay, here they are. You've got National Election Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving and the day after, which is always nice, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day, Good Friday, the Monday after Easter, Memorial Day, Independence Day, and of course, Labor Day. Now, you probably noticed those little asterisks next to a few of them. That points to a really unique detail in your contract you need to know about.
And here's what that's all about. The contract specifically says that for certain holidays, the day we actually observe it is synced up with the schedule set by Ford Motor Company. This is a super important piece of information to have, especially if you're making plans way in advance.
Knowing the dates is one thing, but making sure you get paid for them is the whole point, right? So let's cover the single most important rule you have to follow to lock in that holiday pay. This three-step process is absolutely crucial. First, you need to have seniority. Second, you have to work your full scheduled shift right before the holiday. And third, you have to work your full scheduled shift right after the holiday. Think of those shifts as bookends for the holiday itself. Now, the contract does give you a little bit of wiggle room. You get a 15-minute grace period at the start of those shifts. But hey, life happens, we all know that, and the contract accounts for it. If you have an approved absence, or if you get laid off within a week of the holiday, or if you have an extreme emergency that HR signs off on, you can still be eligible for that holiday pay. So what happens if you're actually scheduled to work on one of these paid holidays? Well, in that situation, your contract gives you a pretty important choice to make. You've got two options. Option one is simple. Take the pay now. You'll just get those 8 hours of holiday pay on your next check. Or you can go with option two, which is to bank those hours. This is pretty cool. It lets you save that pay time off to use on another day. It's basically like creating your own personal floating holiday. Okay, so beyond those 14 holidays, your contract also covers paid personal days. And it has some really specific rules for how holidays work when you're on other types of leave. This is a big milestone to look forward to. Once you've been with the company for 18 months, you unlock a fantastic benefit: 2 paid personal days every single year that you can use however you want. Now, when you want to use one of these personal days, the main thing to remember is that you need to schedule it using the exact same process you'd use for scheduling your vacation time. This just makes sure everything's tracked correctly and that there's proper coverage. It's also really important to know the situations where you're not eligible for holiday pay. If a paid holiday falls while you happen to be out on FMLA, personal leave, military leave, or for a work-related injury, you won't receive pay for that particular day. But on the other hand, there's a fantastic perk when it comes to your vacation time. Let's say a holiday like the 4th of July falls right in the middle of your scheduled vacation week. Well, that day is not taken out of your vacation balance. It's basically a free paid day off, which protects your well-earned vacation hours. Pretty great, right? I know, that was a lot of information to cover, so let's just boil it all down into the most important points that you absolutely need to remember. This table right here sums it all up perfectly. First, always remember the golden rule. Work the shifts before and after the holiday. Second, if you work on a holiday, know that you have that great option to bank the hours for later. Third, you earn those 2 personal days after 18 months of seniority. And last but not least, scheduling any banked or personal time follows the same rules as vacation. So there you have it, a complete breakdown of your paid holidays and personal days, straight from the contract. Now that you're an expert on all the rules, the real question is, how are you going to strategically plan your calendar to make the most of every single one of these hard-earned benefits?